podcasters. We're here, the ladies from Rewatch and Wine.
Hey.
I'm Raya.
Trika.
Champagne.
And Lynn.
We're here bringing you our book to movie adaptation. Book to movie adaptation of
The Mockingjay.
Cuckoo.
One and two.
This is part 3 of the Hunger Games series. So we're concluding this series. I'm really sad to see it go.
For now, because you know they're going to make a movie out of the 4th book that's coming out next month.
I did like this book. For me, it was a little bit harder to follow than the other two. It got a little complicated for me. Even though I was still able to keep up, it still got a little too much, I think. Too much at one time, I feel like. I don't know. And the movie did not, it was the exact same thing for me. Yeah.
I feel like they tried to put a lot in that last book, which is why I understand why they broke it up into 2 separate movies.
It was rushed. It was very rushed.
Yeah.
But it was like she just was throwing everything in that last book.
Mm-hmm.
So I get what you're saying, but I still loved it.
I did too. I'm glad they had them. I'm glad it was a movie to match because it kind of helped me hone in. Even after I read the book, I'm like, okay, I don't know how that went from there. I'm gonna figure it out once I watch the movie because I don't get it.
Yeah, so, you can visualize. You can visualize it a little bit better when it came to the movie.
Exactly.
So for me, there were a couple of things that I guess I can go through that I did not like about the movie. And one of the things was her reaction to the roses. So when you read the book, she had like this crazy, nasty sickness because she smelled President Snow's roses. But then in the movie, it wasn't like it was the smell that was affecting her. She was just kind of shocked when she actually saw the flowers. Right. And I just thought the smell was so much more significant because it just showed her getting sick. Well, you visualized her getting sick in the book the way that they described it. So they really show the impact of that flower on her.
Well, the flowers, you know, and the blood, and the
What's that mean?
How
the
President
blood.
Snow's mouth was bleeding from the sores.
Oh,
I translate Raya.
Okay, whatever. That's right. Yeah, you're right. But anyway, so that I didn't like the way that they captured that part of it.
So as I pick up my wine glass, I just remembered that we did not introduce the wine we are drinking. So, podcasters, we are drinking the Napa Valley Precision Cabernet Sauvignon. Raya is showing it off.
Maybe you could keep it still so we can read it. Precision. Nice.
Look at that pour.
I don't think you need any more.
Yeah, I always need more wine. It's a little dry for me, but
I like it. It has a nice, even, bold taste to it for me.
So how did you guys like Peeta and Katniss? Like how they played up how they changed up their roles a little bit.
Well, let me just tell you the scene where Peeta went crazy in the hospital and was like trying to kill her and he was choking her. Like that was awesome. I was like, check him out. He was a great actor. Like I love the way he got role.
Yeah, he was giving her that death look.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. I like the way they made him. I don't know if it was CGI or on how they made Peeta so tiny. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah. On camera, when they were first filmed him doing the interview, I was like, okay, that must be CGI. But then when he came to the actual hospital, I'm like, wait, is this CGI or did he really lose weight for this role? You know? So
yeah, because his face was skinnier, but even his neck was. That's a good point.
Right. It was crazy. So it was good CGI if it was.
Yeah.
I really like how they continued, like, I know that all the characters were evolving, like Prim was getting older and Katniss had gone through so many mental struggles, which she definitely showed a lot of that in this movie. But I like how in the little small ways, Katniss was still trying to take care of Prim.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, especially like with like, having the cat, like, Prim gets to keep her cat. So all those things, like her decisions on how to make a better Panem, all still evolved from like book 1 until the last book revolved around her sister and her love for her sister. So I like how they continued that through all the movies.
Yeah. I felt like they did not show how strict, I guess, District 13 really was. They didn't really focus on, how President Coin was just as strict as President Snow.
Yeah.
In the book, I felt like it really honed in on, oh my God, you don't want to live here either.
Exactly.
And the movie, it wasn't that, didn't come across that serious until
That's a good point, Champagne.
Yeah.
Good point.
So,
because
like that.
I mean, you were kind of like, why the hell did she just kill Coin?
Like, exactly.
She's better than Snow, but in the book, they were equal. Different ways, but equal.
Different ways, right, exactly.
So you're right.
And she wanted to, when she went to meet with President Coin, she negotiated in the book on her and Gail being able to still go hunting, and they didn't show that either.
Yeah.
All the negotiations, but they didn't really, I feel like they didn't show. And that was
it was just like, Coin says we can go hunting, and that's it.
Yeah.
It was no that whole conversation, the animosity between the two of them, none of that was shown.
Right, exactly. You thought they were on the same team in a movie. Right. Yeah.
Kind of like, I really don't like you, but I deal with you. Like the movie was minuscule compared to the book. It was like sheer hatred for each other, but they had to tolerate each other.
Exactly.
Which also minimized the acceptance of, okay, you can go ahead and do this. Like it was no struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it just seemed like she was at the last minute, like something went off, and Katniss was like, "Oh, let me just, shoot Coin because I don't want her to lead." And Snow's dying anyway. Versus her really struggling with that. Well, for one, her mental struggles, but for two, being able to come to that clarity to realize that both of them are crazy.
Right.
I need them to lead.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep.
And even the description of how she took her pill out of her outfit because she thought this was going to be the death of her, so she was prepared to kill herself. I mean, Peter walked up on her to stop her, but I feel like if I hadn't read the book, I wouldn't have really understood what was going on right there.
Yeah. You really had to be really seriously paying attention, and probably anybody would have missed it if they didn't read the book. So I agree with that.
Yeah.
I felt also they changed something I didn't like, which was Katniss. In the book, Katniss and Finnick was the one who saw the message from Peeta from the Capitol that they didn't want Katniss to see. But in the movie, it was Katniss who saw it, which kind of took away from the whole purpose because she was supposed to be mad at Gail for already knowing and not telling her. So I didn't like that they changed that. I was looking forward to kind of seeing that dynamic between the two.
Yeah.
Also, one of the things that they changed was Prim was who went to go talk to Peeta rather than the other girl from the neighborhood.
Yep.
In the movie.
Maggie or whatever.
The one that gave her the Mockingjay pin in the first place, right?
In the beginning.
Tied everything back up.
I
put that in the first movie.
But I was going to say they couldn't do it because they didn't put it in the first one.
Yeah. But I feel like that wrapped it up in the book, and it was significant for her to go talk to Peeta, and we, of course, didn't have that because they blew it in part 1.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Mockingjay symbol, I like how Effie put the Mockingjay, even though it was in black, pendant on Katniss once she had her whole outfit that Senna created. And her and Senna, of course, had that relationship. But I really like how they, even though Effie was Team Capital, she still had a soft spot for the victors and, even her tributes and everything. But it really showed that, their connection of Effie and the victors. So her pinning Katniss, I thought was a very significant scene.
Yeah.
It's funny because I took that more as, I didn't forget where I came from. I have to play this role, but I want everybody to know I didn't forget where I came from. I'm really secretly with you all. But I ain't giving up this life in the house. That's how I took it.
I don't know. Yeah.
Well, her hair wraps were coming back in style.
Right.
She was straight from the motherland when they went to that clip. I was like, oh, okay. Changed up a lot.
Speaking of the motherland, so the singing in the movie, that Coming to the Tree where they first hung me or whatever that song was, like that was like an old Negro hymn. Like I'm listening to it and I'm like, I could so see this being sung in some Harriet Tubman movie or something because
I didn't think that till right now. Yeah.
You know the lyrics of
No,
it?
definitely.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you know that her Jennifer Lawrence herself actually sung that song in the movie, and that song actually was on the Billboard top hits for like weeks and weeks.
Really?
When they released the movie, yeah. So like, not only is Jennifer Lawrence,
it was a different version
and a actress, she's now a recording artist too.
Oh my God, did not know that.
Wow. That's crazy because I'm telling you, the whole time I kept saying I could so see some people in the field singing this song.
When you think about it,
well, it does come from a field song. It really does come from one of the older songs. That's why I said it brought it back to a different group of people that may not necessarily have even heard the Hanging Tree before.
Yeah.
But also, you kind of see the symbolization behind them using that song because she said, like, stop being Snow's slave. Like, you are conforming to everything that he wants to do in the Hunger Games or even in District 2 or whatever. And that song came, well, it was a little bit earlier, but still, like, that song had resonated throughout that whole, like, movie or the two movies, maybe, actually.
Right.
That connected.
Time for the revolution! Revolution!
How do you guys feel about when they had to vote on whether to have, after Queen came back and said, we're going to have one more Hunger Game with the Capitol's children? What was your...
First of all, we got you. Like, we literally just struck this down.
Exactly.
But wait, in the book, I was all for it for a second. I was with the Mockingjay on that one because he was like, "Oh no, he got a grandson. Let's take it for Prim, for everybody who died." Like, yep,
But Joanna said that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But
right.
When I saw the movie, when she said, "Yes, we're gonna have one more Hunger Game," and when I'm like, what? So I had two totally different reactions.
Exactly.
In reading it.
I completely agree with you, Champagne. I felt the same way. In the book, I was like, yeah, throw them children in there too, see how it feels. Exactly. And in the movie, I was like, why would you ever suggest that?
Exactly. You a mile away.
Horrible. Exactly.
And it's like, oh, I see who you are. Yeah, I agree with you.
Snow was right. I think Snow was right about your tale.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, one of the things that it kind of incorporates all the movies is the mutts. I like when they were these alien creatures that were under the tunnels that were coming after them. Not what I envisioned in the book. I envisioned like these werewolf type ones, like as in like the second book in Catching Fire, and I'm sorry, the second movie where they had the dog-like mutts that had the tribute spaces. Like that's what I envisioned for like the mutts in this one. And so I just feel like for me, they had these mutated, genetically altered mutts in every one of the movies. They missed the mark consecutively on all of them for me.
They did.
Like the Mockingjays to the mutts as the dogs that were coming after them in second book or movie, and then this one with the little alien translucent people.
I Am Legend creatures.
Exactly. They were like I Am Legend, or like as a movie I'd watch, and they were like, I don't know, like their skin was weird. And I get that they wanted to be like faster, like more like a human versus an animal, but it wasn't consistent for me. And so I feel like with the imagination that these books really, really push, why not just go balls to the wall and make an actual scary mug?
Right.
Did she say balls to the wall?
Yes.
To the window, to the wall. That's what. Okay, so anything else about the movie?
What about the actors? We didn't talk about the actors, the cast.
So I have a comment.
Let me start with Boggs. He was absolutely perfect. I could not have imagined.
Marcella Ali?
Who?
Wasn't that Marcella Ali?
Oh, I don't know his real name, but
yes, he is so yummy.
Oh my
head to toe.
He is
House of
Boggs.
Cards. Oh, I love him.
Huh?
Love him.
No. Michelle Isley's on House of Cards. Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, he is.
Bruh,
Yeah, he is.
you really want to challenge me about him?
No. You know what? I
Okay.
had Marty Kahn on my mind, so I was thinking of that show, not House of Cards. He also starred in The Green Book.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was great. He was perfect Boggs for me.
He was.
Yes.
I really liked seeing him in that role.
Spot on.
Yeah.
On.
Definitely.
And Juliana Moore,
yeah.
She was President Coin all the way. Like, she nailed that role.
She did.
So I have a side Lynn fact about Julianne Moore. She actually used to work at the Olney Theater near where we are, podcaster listeners. She actually used to do
I love the Olney Theater.
Yeah, she used to work there when she was super young. I think that Jeffrey Wright is one of the most underrated actors. He is amazing.
He can play.
Yeah, that he is.
He can play any role.
I mean, he's amazing in like Westworld and all those other movies. He's just all around great actor, and I think he just from last movie to this movie where he really shined and showed his like creativity as that character. I think he really pulled that character to life. You
could not tell me that Jeffrey Wright was not Puerto Rican. Okay, from Shaft, when he was in the movie Shaft. Sorry. When he was in the movie Shaft.
We're there.
I swear to God, you could not tell me he was not Spanish. And then I seen him in a Martin Luther King, I think, movie. And I was like, oh, wait, is he black? He is amazing. He's amazing. He can trick me into everything.
Yeah. I love the new cast of characters that joined the Mockingjay part of this. I mean, because Evan Ross was there, right? Yes. But Patina, I love her. She's on Madam Secretary.
Yeah.
The press lady, Patina Miller. She was
Cressida?
Captain Paler. She's the one that ended up being the president at the end. Commandant Paler. The black lady.
Yeah.
So I love her. I didn't remember her in this movie. So I was like, wait a minute, that's Patina. Okay, I got it. Yeah, I just love the characters that they brought in.
Yeah,
I can't remember the name, but the chick that was in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Cressida.
Yes, Cressida.
I
love her acting.
I love her to death.
Mm-hmm. So, and I'll just mention, he's been in every one, of course. I love Donald Sutherland. I mean, I love Donald Sutherland and Kiefer Sutherland, his son, and they have a lot of movies where they play together. What? Donald Sutherland, President Snow.
Oh, they're related?
That's his father.
Well, by the last names, but I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's his father.
Kiefer Sutherland from 24, yeah. They have a lot of movies they've actually played in together, but anyway,
if you look hard, you can tell. If you look hard, you can tell.
If you look up pictures of Donald when he was younger, they look almost identical. They look very much.
That's why.
Yeah.
He's old. Like the white beard.
Yeah, he's like Santa Claus right now. Yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, he was. I think nobody else can ever play President Snow ever.
Ever.
If they remake this movie 10 years from now, they better get clips of him and merge them in because he's just.
They better not remake these movies. I'm gonna be so mad because I remember the like heat from like watching and waiting for all these movies to come out. They better not remake it. Better not.
Katniss, when they were in the tunnel, and in the book she said she kept hearing this whisper, and the more it got louder and louder, she realized it was her name. I didn't hear her name. I heard whispers, but it wasn't clear. Well, maybe I heard I did. In the movie, yeah, I didn't hear them actually saying her name. I heard whispers and movement or whatever the case was, but I didn't hear. Did y'all hear her name?
No, to make it obvious that they were talking about her.
Well, also in the book, they said PETA was saying it also, and they looked at him, and he kind of was in a trance saying it.
Exactly.
They missed that mark.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah.
Missed a lot of marks.
Yeah.
I found the irony in them saving Katniss saving Prim from dying in the Hunger Games to find that she dies at the last Hunger Game.
Oh, I know.
This is very ironic.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, you went through all of this for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
I know. It was devastating.
Sounds like you really feel.
Secretly, I'm hoping.
Well, I mean, just let her die.
I'm hoping that in the fourth book we realized that she didn't actually die in that explosion. That maybe something covered her. but she had amnesia.
What?
Because
I pick up what you're putting down.
Got that? I'm like, please let something like that happen, because I just was always very upset that Prim died.
Yeah.
It just made the whole story pointless.
That's not very far-fetched there, Treva, at all.
What I'm saying.
I mean, we'll see.
I like the anger that it brought out in Katniss, because it showed that like her and Gale just grew apart because of their lifestyles. You know, she had been through the Hunger Games, and he was, still fighting and going through war, but it was a different mental struggle. And that after doing all that, like Champagne said, the irony behind it, of saving Prim dying, Peeta was the one that could connect to that like scenario. Since he was in the Hunger Games, he's in 2 of them with her. I feel like that was symbolic to carry on to their final story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sitting in the grass and holding babies and whatnot. It was like the 2 of them could only really connect from that.
Right.
I have one more thing I was confused on. So I don't know if you guys were confused on it or not, but I didn't understand why Katniss was mad at Gale at the end. Like, I get, she asked him about, was that his bomb that blew up the kids and Prim, but I didn't understand, how would it be his bomb? He had no control over it, so I'm confused. I was confused.
Well, remember when he was making and building all of that stuff and talking about blowing up the mountain? They were having that debate because she didn't agree with just killing people.
Right.
And we need to do what we have to do to win this and blah. He was sort of this by any means necessary person. So in my opinion, I feel like she was mad because this was the exact reason why she said, don't go down the path of building these things to just randomly kill people, because innocent people die.
Right.
And people happen to be my sister, and that was kind of like, I told you.
Yeah.
And look what happened.
Yeah.
Which is what he said he didn't know when she asked him was his idea or his bombs. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. All right. I'm ready to rate.
Ready to rate?
Oh, okay.
So what's your rating, Champagne?
Rating is, I wish I had a full glass, but I don't. But I would give it a full glass. I love this whole series. Dystopian and all.
Woo.
Say what?
Repeat that.
Dystopian, yeah. I'm bringing you to the brighter side.
She's coming around.
I'm getting there.
She ain't got no choice. We living in one right now.
For real.
Touche.
You better learn. All right. Well, I agree with Champagne. Full glass.
Whoop, whoop.
And I'll give it a full glass too. This is Raya. Sorry.
Lynn, full glass. Well, not anymore, but full glass.
We got a bottle. We got a bottle. We got a bottle.
We had a bottle.
Right.
I didn't drink a bottle, I can tell you that.
I just feel like this whole Skype thing is not allowing us to discreetly disguise the drunkenness from the wine.
Not helping at all.
I am not drunk. There's a slight good feeling. I got a feeling down in my bones.
You know what? Which means, see, drunkenness.
All of my city.
Oh, body weight.
In my sound.
I can't.
Join in, Champagne. You know you got to.
There you go.
Why she gotta show her nails? Is she the only one that got her nails still looking good?
Thank you for listening, watching all the above podcasters.
Yes.
We love you. Thank you. Follow us on
Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at ReadWatchWine. And you can email us at readwatchwine@gmail.com. And we are also on YouTube at ReadWatch.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you.